In 12 minutes before you're supposed to adjourn, but who's counting, right? So, but I am glad to hear that it's been a productive day, and at least from some of the folks I was talking to in the back, I felt you've really accomplished a bunch, which is fantastic, especially as you look at a 5-year goal. When I'm out listening to people and I'm talking to them about their goals for their families, when I think about goals for their businesses, when I think about goals for the community, everything boils down to education. It's the building blocks for literally everything that we want to do in our communities, state, in the district, and the country. So I want to thank you, first and foremost, because I don't think people thank you nearly enough for the work that you do. And I think if they actually took a look and found out how much work goes into what you do each and every day, there'd be a much greater appreciation for it. I can tell you from the perspective of Washington, the Elementary Secondary Education Act is one of the things that's going to be up fairly quickly. We know that there's been a tremendous amount of pressure with some federal guidelines that have been coming down. We just had our Educational Advisory Board meeting. My Educational Advisory Board, what I will let you know is that Round Lake was the most heavily represented district at the advisory board. So I want to thank those from Round Lake that made it. And as I told them and will relay to you, this is a working board, and we really rely on this board to help us in terms of education policy, what we should be focusing on and what we should be really trying to drive so that we're actually able to accomplish things for our teachers, our students, our administrators, all across the district. I do think we've got some opportunity as I go forward and look at what's going on. We need to reauthorize ESCA. We need to make sure that we get out from some of these mandates that are coming out from Washington, frankly. But we also need, I believe, to have more flexibility to put into your hands so that you're able to execute the vision that you're talking about here today. We want to make sure that we enable you to do so. And so, you know, as we look at some of the different things that are coming out through Common Core, I know that, again, as we talk about higher standards, that's fantastic. One of the concerns I have, one of the concerns that I've heard from educators is about the assessments and how we're able to deal with those. Again, we want to empower you. So again, far more local control. Because the one thing I can't tell you is that a one-size-fits-all mentality really doesn't work. We know that it can't work even in the 10th district. We've got some of the best educational institutions in the country, and we've got some that have some need. But what we do know is that each is going to require a little bit of a different fix. So certainly know that I want to be here. I want to reach out. I want to be a partner with you. One of the things that I've heard, certainly from some of the folks that I've had a chance to work with in the community, Dr. Collins and Donnie and Judy Armstrong, just were with Megan the other day, we decided to put one of our district offices right there. So right in Round Lake. So you can literally see it right here. We're connected in the annex of the Village Hall. Why? Because we think this is an area that we want to make sure that we're here. We want to make sure that we're listening. We want to make sure that we can help where it's possible. So there are going to be some things going forward that certainly if we can't, we're going to try to help everywhere we can. If we can't, we'll certainly try to let you know that, but we want to let you know that we're here to be a partner with you. So I really appreciate the opportunity to come and be able to listen. I'm delighted that you're going through this 5-year vision, and I commend you for it. And again, thank you for what you're doing.
Are there any questions?